Hi, I'm Amelia from Germany. Please like and subscribe. I live in a trailer shed in Berlin because my parents didn't make any money. My parents tried to get me toys and presents once in a while, even though it didn't go too well.
I have a present for you, sweetie. They were giving away free books at the library.
Thanks, but you do realize almost all the pages are missing, right? Mom, I have an idea. What if I get a job and then we become billionaires?
You're in the 3rd grade, Amelia. I don't think that's possible.
How could I argue with that? But a few months later, things took an insane turn. Mom had to work all weekend, so Dad decided to take me on a camping trip. I firmly refused because there are too many mosquitoes there. But Dad insisted. He borrowed a neighbor's van and we drove for 8 hours straight. God, he was crazy. Finally, we stopped at our destination and I couldn't believe my eyes. We were standing in front of a palace.
I'd like you to meet your grandfather.
Just then, an old man came out and I was super confused. Then at dinner, my grandpa dropped a bombshell on me.
I wanted your father to marry a rich woman, but instead he marries someone who can't even buy her daughter a proper bed. I told him I'd only share my riches if he'd divorce her for someone else.
Actually, Amelia, I brought you here because I'm leaving your mom. I can't live in poverty any longer. We're moving in with my father and you're going to have a new stepmom soon.
You can forget about me living with you. What, you were just going to kidnap me and never tell Mom what happened to us? I don't ever want to see you. I don't even want to look at you. You're dead to me. How could Dad do something so sick? I had Mom pick me up after that, and when she found out what Dad was actually up to, she was horrified. I didn't see him again after that, and Mom told me everything.
His parents never accepted me, so he cut them off. I never thought he would leave me. I'll never fall in love again with any man.
That's okay, Mom. You don't need to marry anyone, and I don't want another mean dad. We can do this, just the two of us. It turned out we did make it on our own. After a couple of years, Mom finally found a new job that paid more and we were able to move into a house. Everything was great. I was getting good grades in school and I had tons of friends. But most importantly, I've made a life-changing decision. I refuse to talk to any guy around me. If a boy sat next to me in class, I would immediately leave, and everyone thought I was crazy for it.
Amelia's like an alien, as if she's never even seen a boy in her life.
Maybe she thinks she's too good to talk to any guy at our school.
Well, I didn't care what they said about me. I had created a boy-free life for myself and I was loving it until one day my whole world came crashing down. In 10th grade, 2 twin brothers entered our school in a limo. They were dreamy billionaire heartthrobs named Dennis and Leon. All the girls were fawning over them, except me. Then suddenly, as I was walking down the hall, Leon called me.
I want this young lady to be my school guide for the day. You'll escort me, do all my classes, fetch me my test answer sheets from the teacher's lounge, and of course—
Hey, you can't ask her to do all that. She's a girl. She should have someone escorting her. Show some respect.
Okay, first of all, girls don't need anyone to escort them, and secondly, I don't talk to boys ever. Ask any kid in school, and I really don't talk to snooty guys who expect me to be their slave. I started to walk away when Dennis grabbed my arm gently.
Wait, please. I'm sorry about my brother. He can be kind of a brat. He's the spoiled one in the family. My parents give him everything. Let me make it up to you. I'll buy you coffee. You seem like a really nice girl. We can be friends and get to know each other.
Oh dear God. I tried pushing Dennis away, but he wouldn't give up. He followed me around all day, desperate to be my friend. It was kind of convenient having someone carry all of my textbooks, but I didn't want to take advantage of him. Dennis wasn't as awful as I thought, at least not like Leon. While Dennis followed me around, Leon acted like a total arrogant jerk.
Your dress has a stain on it. Don't you have a washing machine at home?
I'm really not interested in your opinion. And in math class, he forced me to give up my seat.
I need to sit at the front of the class near the chalkboard, otherwise I can't concentrate.
When I said no, he whistled and 2 of his bodyguards came charging at me. At that moment, I panicked and ran away. But unfortunately, I tripped over a chair and fell down, and that's when I blacked out. Some hours later, I opened my eyes to find I was in the nurse's office with Dennis by my side.
You had kind of a scare back in the hall, and I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Okay, thanks, but you've known me for 2 freaking days. Why are you all over me?
I'm not trying to be creepy or anything. It just made me so mad when I saw how Leon acted towards you. My brother's evil, and I don't want him hurting anyone else the way he hurt me.
Before I could answer, Dennis told me all about Leon and all the horrible things he'd done to people. Apparently, Leon pulled all kinds of nasty pranks on Dennis, like leaving poisonous spiders in his underwear. But Dennis was most angry about Leon stealing his girlfriend last year.
He knew I loved her. I found him making out with her behind the school on her 6th-month anniversary.
I wasn't sure if it was because my head hurt or I felt lonely, but I enjoyed Dennis's company. After that day, I decided it wouldn't be a crime to hang out with him, so we became friends. Leon kept calling us boyfriend and girlfriend. One day, Leon and Dennis decided to throw a huge party, and Dennis really wanted me to go. Fine, but only because I've never been to a rich person's party before.
Oh, you'll have a blast, and if Leon tries to bug us, we'll glue his butt to a chair.
I laughed and was surprised how much I was looking forward to the party. I had lots of fun when I arrived, dancing to music, watching a movie in their private theater. Then, towards the end of the night, the boys decided to play Truth or Dare. When it was my turn, Dennis dared me to jump into the pool with my clothes on.
Sorry, what? You can't jump in our pool?
Actually, I can, because that's the rule of the game. I marched outside to the pool with the other kids, but as I stood at the edge of the pool, Leon grabbed my hand.
You are not jumping in that pool. We had a chemical leak yesterday and Dennis knows it. That psycho is trying to kill you.
Just shut up, dude, and let Amelia jump in.
God, this guy was a piece of work. He just didn't want me to have fun. Then suddenly Leon picked up a rock and threw it in the pool, and that's when I saw green bubbles surrounding it. There was a chemical leak. Did that mean?
See, I told you Dennis is trying to hurt you, Amelia. He's been up to no good for a while and I kept quiet, but this is just too much.
How about you continue to keep quiet, jerk?
What were they talking about? Then suddenly Leon punched Dennis and he fell to the ground. Leon, stop!
Amelia, I have to talk to you.
Just give a space for a second, will you? Leon finally agreed and left me with Dennis. You tried to throw me in a pool filled with acid? That makes no sense. Why would you do something like that?
My brother and I can't have you around. That's all you need to know. I don't owe you an explanation.
Wait, what? As if I want to associate with you. Psycho, I could have you locked up in jail. I yelled in his face and walked away. My God, he was wicked. I couldn't believe I'd ever trusted him. And what did Dennis mean when he said he couldn't have me around? God, I had so many questions. The next day at school, I tried to keep myself focused on schoolwork. I spent all of lunch in the library, but while I was looking through my textbook, someone came close and tapped my shoulder. Oh, you again? Why are you suddenly being so nice to me? This is all so confusing.
Long story short, our families are enemies. My grandma owns half of Germany, and apparently your grandpa does too. They've been threatening and blackmailing each other for years. So Dennis has been out to get you. That's why he followed you around. And I was trying to be loyal to my family, which is why I was a jerk to you at first, but I should have put a stop to it all earlier. I'm really sorry.
You know my grandpa. All of this happened because of a war between his family and yours.
Yep, it's taken over our whole lives. Our parents were barely around when we were kids. It hurt me a lot, but I got over it. Dennis didn't though. He especially hates your family. He thinks it's their fault that our parents neglected him. Dennis kind of turned into a psycho in general. Once he put poisonous spiders in my underwear, and then another time he stole my girlfriend just to piss me off.
Wait a second, Leon was saying the exact same things about Dennis that Dennis had said about Leon. Dennis really had been the culprit the whole time. God, what a mess. I slept for 14 hours after that day. Leon called me the next day and told me his parents had sent Dennis to juvie.
He set all my mom's dresses on fire when they got into a fight. That was kind of the last straw. I hope you're feeling better, Amelia. I was worried about you. Maybe we could get to know each other a little better.
That's really sweet, Leon, and I'm glad Dennis is out of the picture, but I'm better off not having any men in my life. All they've ever done is hurt me. Still, thanks for saving my life. I hung up the phone, but Leon didn't give up on me that quickly. He kept sending me funny memes and cheer-up messages. Then one day something wild happened. I was brushing my teeth when my phone rang and it was my dad.
Amelia, tell your friend to back off if he doesn't want to get seriously hurt.
Hey Dad, great to hear from you too after 6 years. Also, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your friend Leo, why would you be friends with our rivals anyway? He kept texting me to check up on you and be a better dad. Who does he think he is? When I didn't reply, he turned up at the house. I had to get him thrown out by guards, but next time I'll do worse.
Dad hung up without even saying goodbye. I immediately called Leon. Leon, you idiot, why did you go to my dad's place? Did they hurt you?
Hey, no, I'm fine. Just hit my head when the guards threw me out. It was foolish, but I was just trying to make up for Dennis, and you deserve to have someone look out for you.
It was stupid, but I was so touched by what Leon did for me. Maybe not all men were out to hurt me after all. I really started warming up to Leon after that, and we talked often. On my 16th birthday, I heard a knock at the door. It was Leon and he was standing there with an envelope. I opened it to find concert tickets for my favorite band. Wow, this is amazing. But you didn't have to get me a present, Leon. You've been a really good friend.
There's 2 tickets in there. You obviously don't want to go alone. No chance I could ever be more than a good friend.
I really can't promise that, dude, but you never know what the future will hold for us. Don't let the past hurt you forever, and forgiveness helps heal the heart. Even if you've been hurt, open your heart and trust in new opportunities. Hi! My name is Ariel and I'm from the Philippines. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I can remember, I lived with my mom in a small town in the country. Mom worked as a cook in small households and made sure I had everything growing up, but I always missed some company while she'd be away working. Mommy, I want to go with you and get so bored here all by myself. I don't even have a sibling to play with.
Oh, honey, you should try and make friends with the other kids.
But that was next to impossible. I was taller than the other kids my age, so whenever I tried to play with them, they'd freak out and run away. But I'm really 6 years old.
Yeah, and I'm Jennifer Lopez. Go away, kid. You're too big for this ride.
I couldn't go on rides or enjoy the other things with kids my age, and as I was growing up, my height was sprouting with the speed of light. By the time I was in the 8th grade, I had started to outgrow the bed, and the kids at school were the meanest.
Why are you eating in the cafeteria? Giraffe, go eat the trees outside in the garden.
I can see the inside of your nostrils. Why don't you cut the forest inside there, giant?
Gosh, they just wouldn't stop. One time when I was in the washroom, some girls came and threw the cleaning water all over me.
My mom says you're a devil child. This is going to wash off all your evilness.
This was it. I could no longer contain my anger and push them away.
She hit me, she hit me. The giant went all Hulk and hit me.
She ran crying to the principal, and my mom was called in no time, and I was put in detention for a week. Later, when I reached home, I was furious. I don't want to go to school anymore. Mom, those kids are just mean. It was all their fault, but no one cares because the way I look, it's always my fault.
Honey, it's fine. It's just a week and we can spend it together.
No, Mom, you don't understand. I feel so lonely sometimes. If only I had a sibling, it would have been so much better and no one would dare to touch me. Suddenly, Mom's expression changed and she burst out crying.
You do have a sibling. You have an elder sister?
She looked like she instantly regretted saying that, and I was stunned. What the freaking peacocks? Mom, what are you talking about? I have an elder sister?
I didn't want to tell you this, but yes, when your father and I separated, we decided to take custody of one child each. I chose you, and your dad took your elder sister, Pearl.
Why did you never tell me about this before, Mom? All this time while I was wishing and crying I'd have a sibling, you hid the whole truth from me. Why? Suddenly, Mom burst into tears.
I was too young when I married your dad, and he was a difficult man. I had no choice but to leave him. I'm so sorry, honey. Please understand me.
I knew she must have her reasons, but I was so mad at her for keeping the secret for so long. I went inside the only room we had in the house and shut the door tight, but minutes later I could hear people shouting what was going on. I ran downstairs and Mom was freaking out too.
Ariel, honey, we have to get out of here. There's a flood coming. We need to leave this place right now.
A float? We didn't have enough time to vacate the place, so Mom grabbed the important stuff and money, and we left our home before the flood reached us. After hours of traveling and rescue team operations, we were finally provided with a shelter. But when I saw Mom all sad and tired, I couldn't help but hug her. I'm so sorry I was mad at you, Mom, but now please tell me everything about my dad and my sister. Maybe we can go find them. But Mom looked at me with confused looks.
Oh, honey, I don't know where he is. All the papers and documents and his address, everything was in the house, and now it's probably floating around somewhere in the floods.
What? This was insane. Now my only hope of finding my sister was gone. But things took a more drastic turn when we had to leave the country and go to Europe. And surprisingly, this place was super awesome. Almost everyone was as tall as me, and I decided I wasn't going to be a crybaby anymore. I've become strong and independent to help Mom. Soon after, I started browsing for jobs all through the newspapers and found a perfect one for Mom and me. She got appointed as the head chef in an Asian restaurant, and I took the job there as a waitress. A few days later, when I was cleaning the restaurant, a lady screamed at the top of her lungs when she saw me.
Oh God, Jesus, you're perfect.
The lady told me her name was Sheila, and she was a huge fashion person. She wanted a new face for her upcoming fashion magazine, and according to her, I was just perfect as a model. I couldn't believe my ears. It was really happening. I ran to Mom, all excited to tell her the good news, and she had the best reaction.
Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you. This is like a miracle.
But I had to shift to the trainee headquarters in another city and live there with the other trainees. I moved out of Mom's place, and Sheila took me to the internship place, and that's where I met Veronica, the most beautiful one there. She was literally a queen.
Get the heck out of my face. What are you staring at?
And a witch too. Just then, another girl came to me.
Ignore her. She's just too proud of her looks and her father's money. By the way, I'm Amy.
Amy was my roommate, and she was the sweetest girl I knew. We got along just like sisters. Then the day before our first big shoot, when everyone was prepping, Veronica came and handed me a box.
Sheila asked me to give this to you. It's the latest cosmetics. You can put them on for your show tomorrow.
For some reason, she seemed unreasonably sweet, and I could tell something was off, so I put the box aside. But later, when I went out of the room, I saw Amy screaming.
My face, it's burning. What was in that cream?
Oh God, Veronica! She gave the cream to me. I went to her room, filled with rage. Are you crazy? Why would you do that?
Because I've been here for months, and I deserve to be the face of the cover magazine. I won't let you take my place.
So you'd try to ruin my face?
Oh, not just to ruin it, but burn it to ashes.
This was it. She was done for. I ran to her and pulled her by by her hair, but instead of fighting back, she just went and smashed herself into the side drawer and started screaming.
Help, help, she's going to kill me. Someone help me.
Suddenly, Sheila walked in and saw Veronica crying. She looked at me with a furious glare.
What in the name of Gucci?
No, Sheila, it's not what it looks like. I swear I can explain. I tried to explain the whole situation, but now she wouldn't listen to me, and she cut both of us out of the main magazine cover, and after that, Veronica made it her life's goal to destroy me. A week later, we had a ramp show, and since it was my first, I invited Mom to see it as well. On the day of the show, while I was getting ready for the event, I saw Veronica tampering with the straps of my dress, and I just wanted to kick her butt, and Amy held me back.
No, stop. What are you doing?
I'm going to teach that witch a lesson.
No, wait, I have a better idea. She tried to ruin your face and humiliate you on stage in front of everyone. Kicking her butt won't be enough.
Amy came up with a plan, and we sneaked into Veronica's room and sprinkled allergy powder all over her dress. Minutes later, when Veronica put on the dress and walked onto the ramp, I noticed something really weird. She had a necklace that looked exactly like the one my mom gave to my long-lost sister. Did this mean Veronica was my sister? What in the fish freaking world? But before I could react, it was too late. She was already on the stage and scratching herself like crazy, but I couldn't take it anymore. If there was the slightest chance that she was my sister, I couldn't see her like that. I looked around and saw a janitor's trolley kept at a distance. I picked up the water bucket and went onto the stage and dumped all the water over Veronica's head.
You witch. I'm going to kill you.
Veronica, listen to me.
You splashed dirty cleaning water over me. What were you thinking? You're gonna pay for this now?
She jumped onto me and we broke into a fight in the middle of the ramp and the cameras clicked everything. Sheila looked at us raging mad like a bull. I quickly ran inside, but Amy too went bonkers on me.
Why? Why would you do that? You should have just let her embarrass herself. Have you gone nuts?
No, Amy, it's not like that. I just think she's my sister.
You're what? Is this some kind of joke? No matter what you say anymore, I'm just gonna kill you now.
She leapt onto me, but just then someone caught her. He was a tall man, and he had eyes just like mine.
Veronica, control yourself. Is this how I taught you to behave in public?
But Dad, she did this to me. Can't you see what it—
Enough. That's enough.
No, Dad. You have to listen to me.
Veronica.
He raised his hand up in the air to hit, and I couldn't take it. Stop it! What are you? An animal? Can't you see she's already in pain and shivering? What kind of dad are you?
You don't have to stand up for me, jerk. I can fight for myself. I don't need your pity.
Saying that, she pushed me and I was about to fall to the ground, but Mom caught me.
I guess I wasn't wrong about leaving you. You're still a jerk. And look, you have turned my daughter into a bad person, just like you. I should have never let you take her.
Oh my God, so I was right. That man was my dad, and Veronica was my sister.
What? What is she saying, Dad? And who is she?
Mom explained everything to her, and Veronica went all bonkers.
Why? Why did you never tell me I had a sister? And Mom, you said my mom died in a car crash.
Who cares? She's dead to me anyway. She caught me cheating on her once, and she divorced me. Filthy, which—
Gosh, she's not filthy. You are. You're such a jerk, Dad. I hate you.
Veronica ran out of the venue, and I followed her. Veronica, listen to me, please. I know you're hurt, and I know how difficult it must have been for you to live with that man all this time, but now you have a family. You have Mom and me. I'm your sister, Veronica. Please look at me once. She turned around, and I could see the tears running down her eyes.
I'm so sorry, Ariel. Dad always treated me like I was never good enough, so I just wanted to prove him wrong by being the best model. But I didn't realize I was becoming a bad person, and I ended up hurting you, my own sister. Please forgive me.
Oh, Veronica, it's okay. Come here, sis. Being different is what makes you special. Be proud of who you are and never lose hope, because miracles often come from the most unexpected places. Hey, I'm Anastasia. Please like and subscribe. Mummy, can you leave me a bedtime story?
Please, leave me alone. Go ask your dad.
Daddy, look, I was outside playing and stepped in the poop, see?
Oh, stay away from me.
My nanny looked after me, mostly because my parents were super busy with their careers, and she always called me Miss. So I thought my real name was Stay Away From Me. It wasn't until my first day of kindergarten that I found out I was wrong.
And what's your name, sweetie?
Stay away from me.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Stay away from me. Next thing I knew, my parents and I were sitting in the principal's office. Sure, I got into trouble, but at least my parents used my name more after that. And when I was 4, something amazing happened. My sister Isabella was born and she was beautiful.
Oh, I have the most beautiful daughter anyone could ask for.
I was so bummed by what she said that I stuck my tongue out at her, but I got over it soon enough. I finally had someone to play with, or so I thought. You see, Mom didn't want me near Isabella.
Shoo, go away.
One night, when Isabella was tossing and turning and suddenly cried out loudly, I gently sang her a lullaby, and before long, she was sound asleep. T felt like the best big sister ever, but we never had a shot at getting close because of the way my parents treated us. They were less busy with work now and spent all their time fawning over Isabella and spoiling her while completely ignoring me.
You know what I see in the mirror? I see two beautiful girls with unlimited potential. Anna, how long have you been standing here?
I was here first, brushing my hair. You didn't even see me. They'd whisk Isabella off to the mall or spa, and one time they even took her to Paris while I was stuck with the neighbor and turned 9 cats. It bothered me a lot at first, but eventually I just kind of got used to it. But my parents were slowly turning Isabella into a monster who bullied them and threw a fit anytime she didn't get her way. She would try to boss me around too, but I mostly wouldn't give in, which didn't sit too well with her. Just like now, while I was eating spaghetti, she turned to me with a mysterious look.
Spaghetti and worms taste the same, don't you think?
What? My stomach churned when I looked on my plate, and sure enough, there were worms mixed together with my spaghetti. When I told my parents, they told me it was a harmless prank. Every time Isabella did something to me, they would make excuses for her and brush it off. The weekend before middle school, I bought this super cute outfit for my first day and I couldn't wait to put it on. But when I was getting ready, I couldn't find it anywhere. That is until I entered the kitchen and there sat Isabella in my outfit. Isabella, that's mine.
Hey, it looks better on me. I look like a doll.
I rushed over to Isabella and tried to pull my outfit off of her when Mom dragged me away.
Anna, what are you doing to your little sister?
I want her to take off my clothes.
Oh, is that what you want? You should have said it nicely.
And then she took a pen and drew all over the dress. Oh my God, you're such a psycho. Mom, aren't you going to say anything?
Yes, if you knew how to share your things, you could both enjoy them. But now look at what you made your sister do, Anna.
I could pull my hair out. There was no winning against this brat when she had some magic spell cast on my parents. As I grew older, I just avoided my family as much as I could and baited into the background. I decided to focus on what I loved best, singing, and I became quite good at it, but I only realized exactly how good I was when I was 16. 2 months before high school started, I'd taken up a small gig at a cafe to sing occasionally, and when I was done, a stunning lady approached me.
Hi, I'm Gigi. You have a beautiful voice. I'd like to sign you up as a singer.
What, you want me?
Yes, I could make you a star.
It was an offer I couldn't refuse. I gave Gigi my address, and when she arrived at my house later that evening, my parents were quite surprised and Isa looked so jealous.
Why would you want to sign her up?
Because she's talented.
But her look
can be altered to look the part.
What do you mean, altered?
By the time my people are done with you, you won't even recognize yourself, kiddo.
The following week, I went to the studio with Gigi and I felt like I was in a dream. And after rehearsals, Gigi's makeup artist took over, and she was right. I barely recognized myself. I looked amazing. When I got home, Mom looked shocked.
Oh my God, Anna, you look stunning.
My heart flipped with excitement. Did my mother just give me a compliment?
I was stunning as a chicken in a jumpsuit?
Later that week, Mom took me shopping. In fact, over the next 2 weeks, Mom and I spent a lot of time together. We went to spas, dinners, and we even spent a day in Paris. I'd picked up a few things there for Isabella, but when I went to give it to her, she dumped everything on my head.
You think you're better than me because of this music? Your days are numbered, witch.
Did my baby sister just threaten me? I was too busy to think too much about what Isabella said. I worked hard and released my first album. By the time I started high school, I was already famous.
OMG, her skin is flawless.
She's such an amazing singer.
I can carry your books around.
But life just had to give me lemons, and this lemon was Mandy, the meanest and richest girl in school. She transferred to our school the year before and was the most popular girl around. But clearly I dethroned her now because I had way more fans and social media followers than her, and she just couldn't handle it.
Others may have forgotten how ugly you really are, but I'll never forget, and I'll make sure the others don't either.
I tried to ignore her and just enjoy my newfound fame. But of course Mandy Andy did everything to ruin it. Just before the performance, I realized my instrument had vanished. It turned out she had hidden it. After rummaging through every corner in vain, I suddenly spotted a mysterious box. Curiosity got the better of me, so I opened it and was immediately startled by what lay inside. One day, while I was out shopping, I suddenly noticed Mandy and Isabella whispering something to each other. Mandy, what are you doing with my sister?
Mind your business, Anna. She's my friend and way better than you.
Isa, she can't be that nice. She's just trying to lure you. Come with me now. But Isa ran off with Mandy. Stay away from my sister Mandy. They're always inseparable. If they want to form an Anastasia hate club, fine, I'm busy preparing my first concert arranged by Gigi to boost album sales. On the night of the concert, my family came to support me and I was so excited. I grabbed the mic and stepped onto the stage confidently, and I was totally owning it. Everything was going great until someone from the crowd screamed and pointed at the chandelier above me, which was falling down. One of my guitar players rushed out to help me. Before I could even understand what had happened, Gigi had already taken me to the hospital for a checkup. But as I was leaving, I spotted Mandy's face in the crowd. I couldn't get rid of the thought that she had something to do with this incident. A few days later, I came across the opportunity of a lifetime. There was one spot open in the most prestigious music college, and they'd be visiting the school in 3 months to hold auditions. I just had to get that scholarship.
You can drool on that spot all you want, but it's mine.
Gosh, why was the world always putting Mandy and me against each other? She played the piano and she was good, like Beethoven good. I couldn't let her win this. I threw myself into practice after rehearsals with Gigi. I'd stay back in the studio and practice for my big day. One evening, as I was walking home after practice, I saw Mandy rummaging through a trash bin. Mandy is the richest girl in school. Why would she do that? I followed Mandy until she went into the bad part of town. The houses were small and shabby, and I watched as she entered one of them. What on earth? I needed to know what was happening, so I walked up to the door and was about to knock when I heard a familiar voice. Isabella.
I told you already, I'm done with this. I'm not doing your homework, shoplifting, or going out of my way to be your puppet.
Isabella was making Mandy do stuff. Feeling shocked, I pulled out my phone, opened the door by an inch, and started recording. What I heard next made my head spin.
You'll do as I say, or I'll spill your filthy little secret all over the internet.
I am so sick and tired of this. Tell everyone I don't care.
You, the oh-so-popular Mandy, not caring what people think. Are you really comfortable with people knowing that your father is rotting in jail for fraud while you and your mother are left with nothing and living in this rat hole? I find that hard to believe, given how hard you've been trying to keep up appearances in school.
I've done everything you've asked me to do since you read my diary and discovered my secret. You made me tamper with the chandelier at Anna's concert. She could have gotten seriously hurt. I should have never agreed to do it. It's been giving me nightmares.
But if you don't do as I say, I'll tell everyone what you did. Oh yes, I recorded it, and then they'll go meet Daddy in jail.
Do your worst, Isabella. I don't care.
I watched in horror as Isabella picked up a bat and raised it at Mandy. I flung open the door and rushed up to Isabella. Did you completely lose your mind? What have I ever done to hurt you? How could my own sister hate me so much?
Not because you overshadowed my life? You should have never been in the picture, and I'd do anything to bring you down.
Isabella lunged at me with a scream, but the commotion had attracted the attention of some neighbors who came running in and held Isabella. Someone called the police, who took her away. I was still reeling with shock when Mandy turned to me.
You helped me. Why?
We may have our differences, but I couldn't let Isabella blackmail you or hurt you.
Thanks, Anna.
No problem. That's what friends are for.
Friends? Are we friends?
Maybe we could try. Crazier things have happened. My parents' world turned upside down when I showed them Isabella's video. They decided to get Isabella evaluated. We're told that Isabella had some problems. He was taken to a facility to get the help she needed. I've been pointing out Isabella's issues, but you've always just let them slide. If we'd gotten her help earlier, things might have been different.
Anna, we're sorry for not treating you both fairly.
We're starting to see how our actions have affected you both. We want to do better. Can you forgive us?
It's going to take some time, but maybe going to therapy together could help us improve as a family. Hearing this, my parents nodded their heads in agreement. At school, Mandy and I even smiled at each other. Finally, the day of the big audition for the scholarship arrived, and I saw Mandy backstage looking super nervous.
I don't think I can do this.
You can, and you will break a leg.
Thanks, you too.
Oh, I'm not auditioning. I thought I should give you a fair shot.
Oh, because you think you're better than me and I have no chance against you?
No, because I think you'll beat my butt, and I'd rather not be humiliated, and you need this more than I do. I'll be cheering for you though. Mandy gave an amazing performance that received a standing ovation, and she on the spot. I learned that showing kindness to a rival can turn a bitter battle into an unexpected friendship. Hi, my name is Lola, and I'm from Atlanta. Please like and subscribe. When I was a kid, my parents and I had adventures all the time. We played hide and seek. We fought monsters in our backyard. My life was fantastic. But when I turned 3, Mom gave birth to an evil witch named Genevieve.
Genevieve, we love you more than anything in the world.
Here you go, honey.
Hey, I was playing with that. Jen started walking at 9 months old. At 2, she could write her own name. And at 3, she could do the alphabet without making any mistakes. When Jen was 7, she won her first national spelling bee. She got a huge cash prize, and the reporter came over to interview her for the cover story of a magazine.
I'd like to thank my parents. I couldn't have done this without them.
We're so lucky to have a genius daughter. She's our pride and joy.
My parents kept gushing about Jen for hours as I sat in the corner. When and the reporter finally said it was time for pictures, I joined my family for a photo, but Jen insisted that I stay out of it. My parents tried reasoning with her, but she was beyond reason.
It's my moment, and she'll ruin my image with her stupidity vibe. Like my brain sees pictures with this special lens, and I'll be able to feel her dumbness every time I look at the pictures. I can't explain how my brain works. Just make her go.
So Mom gave me some money for ice cream and told me to wait outside while the photo shoot happened. A couple of months later, I came home from school and found Jen sitting on my bed and all my stuff was gone.
Mom and Dad said I could switch. This room's bigger and has more space for my trophies.
But this is my room. Mom, Dad, may Jen give me my room back?
Lola, stop being ridiculous. You don't need a room this size. You don't have any trophies.
Jeannie, do you need anything? Should I put up some more shelves? A new bookcase.
I was so mad I threw myself on the ground and started screaming. This sucks, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. I'll show you I'll get a new family that will appreciate me. I stormed out of the house. I got to the driveway and realized I had nowhere to go, so I decided to hide out in my tree house. But then something crazy happened. My stomach started rumbling and I searched through my pockets to find a candy bar. Then out of nowhere, this girl appeared and snatched it out of my hand. Hey, that's mine. This is my treehouse. Get out.
I don't see your name on it.
It's written right there.
Oh.
Then the strange girl wrote the word Madison on the wall.
I guess we're roommates now. We'll just have to share.
Madison and I spent the rest of the day together. Then my mean old parents told me to come inside for dinner. They didn't even miss me or remember that I'd been upset. After that, when I wasn't at school or watching Janet spelling bees, I'd run out to the treehouse and spend time with Madison. One time we were pretending to have a sword fight in the backyard. It's over for you, Madison. Give up now.
You'll never take me alive.
Suddenly, Jen appeared out of nowhere.
Lola, who are you talking to?
Madison. Duh.
Who's that?
I turned around to introduce Madison, but she seemed to have vanished into thin air. She was just here. Must have scared her off with your mean vibes. I thought Jen would say something, but she just gave me a weird look.
I think you're old enough to not have an imaginary friend.
And went back inside and Madison instantly reappeared. Where did you go?
I didn't want to meet your stupid sister in there. I got you. You're dead.
When I was 12, I started junior high school, then Madison started sneaking into my school. She'd make funny faces and tell the best jokes. Madison, you're hilarious. Stop. Please. I'm going to pee my pants.
Who's Madison?
Is she talking to the wall?
Madison told me cool stories and she was such a gossip. She knew everything about everyone and she always had my back whenever a bully tried to mess with me. Having her around made me stronger and braver.
Hey, ugly, get out of my way.
Who are you calling ugly? You look like a rat and your breath smells like poo. Once I was cast in a school play and I had to do this huge monologue. My parents didn't even bother to come because Jen had a spelling competition the same day. I was so nervous I could barely speak, but then Madison showed up to cheer me on. I shook off my nerves and gave the best performance ever. I told my parents all about it, but they didn't care. Then one day things took a turn for my 15th birthday. Me and my family went on vacation, but when we got back home, I realized that Madison was gone. I searched for her everywhere. The treehouse at school and all over the house. She didn't show up. Madison, where are you?
What the heck are you screaming about? I can't even hear myself think.
I can't find Madison.
What are you for? Why do you keep acting like Madison is real?
She's real to me.
Look, I'm really busy, but do you want to talk? I know you're lonely and have trouble making friends, but this isn't healthy.
I'm totally fine. Just leave me alone and go back to your books. If it wasn't bad enough that Madison had just left me, Jen soon got moved up to my class because she was so smart, and all the other kids instantly loved her.
Is it true you can spell every word in the dictionary?
Yeah, almost. I am an international spelling champion.
Please. What was so impressive about spelling anyway? When was being able to spell the word crustaceology useful? Then one morning, the most popular girl in our class, Emily, handed out invitations to her birthday party. Hey, you forgot to give me my invitation.
Sorry, no freaks allowed.
Then she whispered to Jen and just loud enough for me to hear.
I can't believe you're related to her. I hope you can come. It's going to be the best party ever.
I don't think I have any contest that weekend, so I should be able to make it.
I watched as all the other kids waved their invites around. After school, I walked home and stopped at the candy store to cheer myself up. Just then, I caught this boy staring at me. What's your problem? Why are you staring at me? He reached behind me and pulled off a huge piece of paper that was taped to my back with the word loser written in bold black letters. I was so embarrassed. Then all of a sudden, I started to cry like a big baby.
What's wrong?
My life stinks. My best friend abandoned me, my family doesn't like me, and all the kids at school think I'm a freak and a loser.
You're not a loser.
You don't even know me.
I just have a feeling you're pretty cool and someone I'd like to know better.
His name was Hunter, and he was really cute, and we had a ton of things in common. We loved the same books and movies, and he made me laugh a lot. We quickly became friends, and having him around made me feel a lot less lonely. The more time I spent with Hunter, the more I started to like him. Then, one day my parents called me into the kitchen for a family meeting.
Guess what, Lola? I got into St. Florence's Academy. Isn't that incredible?
Jen, we're so proud of you. We can't wait to start our new life in Chicago.
Chicago? What? No way! I'm not moving there. I'm not leaving Hunter.
Lola, don't be selfish. You'll find plenty of new friends in Chicago.
I don't need to make new friends. I already have a friend here. I'm not moving. I stormed off to my room. 10 minutes later, Jen showed up at my door.
Can we talk?
Why have you found more ways to ruin my life?
That's not fair.
You want to talk about fair? Ever since you were born, you've taken everything away from me. My parents, my toys, my room, and now my only real friend.
I know I wasn't very nice to you when we were kids, but I've tried reaching out to you after that to talk or help you out with your issues, but you just shut me out.
Issues? My only issue is you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, right. Emily's throwing me a going away party tomorrow night. Come if you want, or just sit in your room being bitter. It's up to you.
Jen put the invitation on my bed and left. I was pissed at her, but I'd never been invited to a party before. My heart ached at the thought of leaving Hunter behind and never seeing him again. Hunter was more than my best friend. I felt I was in love with him. I invited Hunter to the party, and he agreed to go. The party was at Emily's mansion, and it was so much fun. The food was great, the music was spectacular, and the best thing of all was that Hunter was there with me. Then a slow song played. I like you.
I like you too.
You want to kiss me?
I really do.
We had the most magical kiss, but then something strange happened. I opened my eyes to find everyone staring and laughing and pointing at me, and Hunter was gone. Hunter?
Lola, what's wrong?
Where's Hunter? He was right there. I started to panic. Where could he have gone?
Hey, look at the freak making out with her invisible boyfriend.
Emily pointed at a huge screen on the wall. A video of me dancing alone and kissing the air played on a loop. I wished I could curl up into a tiny little ball and roll away. I ran out of there in tears and went straight to my treehouse. Minutes later, I heard a knock and Jen walked in.
Lola, please talk to me. Tell me what's going on with you.
I thought Hunter was a real boy I was in love with. How stupid is that? I'm a freak and a loser like everyone says.
No, you're not. You just found a way to cope with your loneliness. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Now you know the truth. Truth! And you can move forward.
Move forward to what? No one cares about me.
I do. From now on, I'll be here for you whenever you need me. I swear.
The next day, as the last of the moving trucks were being loaded, I made one last visit to the treehouse, and suddenly both Madison and Hunter appeared. How come you're both here now? Will you stay for long this time?
We just came to say goodbye. We don't think you need us anymore.
You have a chance to start over. Let other people get to know you. They don't know what they're missing. You're a super cool friend.
Thanks, you guys. You were there when I needed you the most.
Goodbye, Lola, and good luck.
It was sad to watch them leave for good, but it felt like it was time. We moved to Chicago and Jen was true to her word. Don't compare yourself to others. Self-love, forgiveness, and understanding are the keys to improving family relationships and healing our pain.